Edom and Egra's wagon. There's like a knock, 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 and one of you got up to answer it and made some comment about it. The other one shouldn't get it yet. You don't want them to die from moving.
Yeah.
And
he didn't want me to die.
That's what it was. And at the professor, you heard his sort of raspy voice say, "You all have a visitor here." And so that's exactly where we're going to start. So we're going to start with Edom and Egra. And I have the map open, but it doesn't really matter. This is not a combat thing. I just like to have something visual for me to look at. Otherwise, I get distracted. So we're going to start Edom and Egra. The professor sort of lets you that. You hear him walk off. What do you do? It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so you've all had enough time to get 8 hours of sleep, which is how you know this is a fantasy game.
Is it?
Let me reshare it.
Oh, okay.
And you can always access the map by right-clicking on your main tab on your character sheet. There's the token, the top right. There are 2 images of your character. It's the one that's on the right.
If you double-click it, it'll just bring you to whatever map your token's on, which is really nice.
That is good.
Yeah, it's a very helpful shortcut.
So, as you're all set up there, you get the knock. You hear the professor kind of walk off. I'll let the others know. What do you do, the 2 of you?
Well, I let Egra know that everything's all clear and that he's not going to die again, or Edom know. And so you said we have a key to. I thought we didn't know where that key was to at the end of the
Oh, you're right. You didn't recognize it, but on a full night's rest, anyone's mind would have gone, "Oh, that's the ringmaster's wagon."
Well, I guess we should probably get dressed, eat breakfast, and check out the ringmaster's wagon. With that key we had.
Yeah, Edom follows along and does that, but like with the attitude of like a 16-year-old.
All right. Everyone else, you in turn kind of get that same knock from the professor. You have a visitor out near the campfire looking here to see you. And then he ventures on and sort of, in turn, what does everyone do?
Beans would be the last to arrive, and I'm going to try and sneak in to see if I'm sneaky or not. So,
all right, drop that in the dice tower for me.
There you go.
All right.
Good morning, my friends.
So Beans says that.
Found him.
You know what? Yeah, give me a try. Drop a perception in the dice tower. But actually, no, that would only be the case if you were actively keeping an eye out for things. If you're just like going about your day, that you wouldn't get a roll. It's against your DC.
Yeah, it's just the DC.
So from this point on, when we meet up in the morning to regroup, I'm always perception to see if I can see him.
All right.
I love it.
It's fair. That's your exploration mode, which, yeah. Seeking in parentheses, I'll put beans.
Beans. Yes,
Always
specifically
seeking
for beans.
All right, so go ahead and drop that. Go ahead and drop that perception check in the dice tower. Let's see if you see beans.
It's under actions, right?
Skills.
Skills.
Oh wait, no,
right.
main. Or no, it's also on skills.
Yeah,
it's on both.
main.
Sorry.
Beans comes out of fucking nowhere. Like you're sitting there, and all of a sudden this turban just materializes.
Good morning.
It doesn't actually. That's what it feels like.
And then as soon as he says good morning,
man?
as soon as he says good morning, and you look and notice him, you hear all of the bells that are on him start to jingle.
As you
kind of looks down at you and shakes his head, and offers you a cigarette.
Ah, when I traveled through the deserts of Avistan, they had hookahs similar to this. Thank you, friend. Thank you. And then he uses. Let me see. Did I prepare that? One second.
already blown through his personal spells today.
Yes,
all
I
right,
changed
so
my
you
spells.
magic missile, Edom, got it.
I did not. Okay, so he will light the cigarette with like a small stick in the from the campfire. I thought I prepared a fire spell.
Burning hands. All right. So you're all sitting under the campfire for a second, and then you see the professor walking over with a rather sort of tall and an elderly man. You see him, he's in his 50s, thinning brown hair and a short beard. He comes walking off. He takes his hat off in his hands. Thank you. Thank you so much for agreeing to see me. My name is Jay Aber. I'm the mayor here of Aberton. I saw your show last night. It was spectacular. But this morning I learned that you and your people were attacked by someone from Aberton. Or perhaps the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning. I only had so much information. Our little town, it's been terrorized for weeks, since long before you showed up. I'm so sorry you got caught up in this.
It was a tragedy what happened to Thunder.
Yes, that, and then I heard that there was a confrontation as well. Some of the circus folks shared with some of the folks in town what they, well, you know how it is, word gets around, but some say they saw all of you show down against a halfling and all sorts of compatriots of hers, I guess. The rumors...
Yes, I don't know if it was, I assume it was her, but, you know, somebody filled our circus with stakes and riled up our animals, and so some people were being very rowdy and trying to hurt the guests, which we put a stop to. It was quite the night, but the halfling woman with the weird, I think Beans has it, the rat cape.
Oh, yes. And one second.
Oh, God.
Wait,
I imagine Beans would be fucking wearing it, and like he's.
Oh, the rat cowl. Oh, yeah. It would be it's a cloak, right? Not a hat.
No, it's a hood. It is a hood made out of the skinned head of a dire rat.
Okay, so it is going over his turban because he's a gnome, so a normal. So he's wearing it over his turban. Also,
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone saw in the chat, or I mean in Fantasy Grounds, I just rolled a nat 20 performance for smoke rings. So he's doing kind of... Yeah, so Beans is standing there in the wolf cowl over his turban, blowing incredible smoke rings. Like concentric targets, and like making the smoke wrap around itself while this dude's talking.
You can see Vivica turn like a slight shade of red, glaring at you. Show him the rat cowl.
Yes.
Beans.
Yeah, he starts to fumble with it, and he takes it off and hands it over.
Oh,
yes, she was wearing this.
As you go to hand it out, the mayor sort of looks down and has his hat in his hands. Oh, no, I'm good.
Oh, no, it's okay. You don't want to, you know that thing where it's like you start to extend your arms and you pull it back and you kind of go out again?
Yes.
That sort of thing.
Like you're walking down a hallway and you both try to go out of the way to the same side.
Uh-huh.
Exactly that.
He just sort of, I'm sorry. That's horrible.
Do you recognize it?
No.
We took it off of a halfling woman. She appeared to be not from here, not from the town of it anyway. She looked uncivilized.
The only other thing really nearby is the Hermitage of Gozra. But I can't believe anyone from the Hermitage would do so either.
She did appear to wield magics of the forest. Perhaps we could ask them if they know if one of them went rogue.
Maybe.
Aside from this, you called it a cowl? Aside from this rat thing, did she have anything else that might lend any suspicion to her identity or where she came from?
Well, she did have these. And Beans pulls out the key.
To which Professor goes, "Oh dear," and like recognizes it. That's the key to Thunder's wagon.
Oh my. Yes, we found this on her. Perhaps she was the one to sneak in with the snakes that killed him.
I have any reason to believe that she was tied to Gozra at all, or would know those people.
Well, the
Based on
imp
what we got
things had a backpack with
Oh,
Gozra's
that's right.
leaf symbol on it, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
Those methods.
Yeah, that was what they are.
Yeah.
Do we have that backpack still?
I don't remember who has it, but someone has it.
Let's assume we pull it out and show him. Like,
Yeah.
would this belong to the Temple of Gozra?
That is the sign of the Hermitage of Blessed Lightning, but they're kind, they're humble, they're pious folks, all in their devotion to Gozer. I've never heard of them doing anything like this.
Well, maybe she also harassed them and stole this backpack. I don't know. She was really weird and had a lot of rats and snakes. Like a lot of rats and snakes.
A lot.
Too many
Like
rats.
I'm a lizard.
lot of
I'm a
rats.
lizard person, and it was a lot of rats and snakes.
Well,
I have been through the sewers beneath Corvosa, and I have never seen so many rats all at once.
oh dear.
And snakes.
Well, look, they the master of the Hermitage, Harlock Hamdil. He's a fine person, you know, loves animals, nature, and anyway. Well,
Harlock Hamdil, is that what you said?
Harlock Hamdil. From now on out, I'll draw
Hamdil.
just
Maker.
All
He's
druids are
a
like
fine
hillbillies, I love
person.
it.
It's impossible for me to imagine him countenancing with anything like what happened last night. I suppose look. I could talk with him. The town and the Hermitage don't. Oh, go. Yes, what is that? Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I didn't mean to speak over you. I'm sorry.
No, what'd you say about like the town and the Hermitage? Not
Oh,
what was that?
we-
Gonna not get along?
We don't always agree. We've had some challenges lately. There's been little rain and the fields are dry. The heat has withered plants, and then we got a cold snap, froze what little did survive, and since then the winds pulled up what's left of the topsoil into dust storms, and the wells dried up, and then the streams, and I've never seen them so low. Some folk here in town, they've vanished completely. Now, I know nature goes in cycles. I know. Many of us, we all figure we just need to be patient. You know, the rains will come back. But some of the hermits, they have blamed us. And for what? I don't know. They think we've done something wrong, but we're just farmers and oil field frackers.
Oil frackers.
Look, over the
Have
last...
you considered not fracking?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's completely natural. We just use water and shoot it at extremely, extremely high speeds and pressure down into fissures of the earth.
Is that why the water's just all on fire here? That makes so much more sense.
Actually, we were hoping we could spin it as a whole Saren Ray worship thing, but
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
I suppose we could look into that too. The unions are not going to be happy about it. You know, they say, how else do we make the rubber that we use to seal barrels but with this? And you, I see you have things made of that have encountered or heard of rubber. You know, what about their families and their jobs? And
Like, Professor, why the fuck did we come to Aberton again?
well, over the last month, things have gotten really bad. I mean, even outside of the explosions from the gas fumes.
Next, you're gonna say you just like worship Asmodeus for fun, and it's just a joke.
No. Just mostly in his interactions with
Asmodeus does speak his mind, and I like that about him.
He
tells it like it
understands. It's all about the profit. You know, that's how we make the nature better. We take the money from destroying nature, and then it'll all trickle back down into the land.
Oh my god. Lawful people would say that.
They would. Perhaps we should speak to this hermitage you've spoke of. Perhaps they could assist with these weather patterns.
Well, yes. Well, let me roll back all of the commentary on Weld County really quickly, and go back to them just being farmers and the hermits. Well, it's just that over the last month, things have gotten really bad. Hamema, a wild boar in the street, and Aberton's miller, Uriah Hoffman, heard her whole family have gone missing. I mean, no one would blame them if they left town. But maybe they were driven off? No.
Wait, so there was a boar in the street?
Yes.
Okay. And, did somebody stop it?
Well, we ran away, and then the boar left.
Oh, yes.
So
yeah.
They're really scary. We didn't want anyone to get hurt.
No, they have, that charge attack thing, you know?
And you see, well, yeah, they do. And there's also, normally we'd go with that sort of thing to the sheriff, but no one's seen her for a while either.
A suspicious.
Did you not have, a deputy or something? Is the sheriff the only lawbringer in town?
Sometimes the sheriff will deputize, hunters or some of the farmers in town to help with an issue, but really we really do live a quiet life here. It's a simple life of farmers. It's a quiet life, just a quiet life with withering plants, cold snaps,
and running away from boars.
Streams drying up wells, boars attacking, millers going missing. Just a quiet town with all of that normal stuff.
At least you don't have any blood sacrifices.
No, we stopped that.
My friend.
No, look, I hate to come to you with. He looks down and sort of laughs. I hate to come to you with my hat in my hand, as it were, but I heard how it is you protected all the innocent people here last night, and I thought, well, maybe you could do that for us. What you did for them, if you could, I'd gladly speak to Harlock about the woman who attacked you last night, and perhaps even get you admission to the Hermitage. They're usually very peaceful and quiet and secluded folks, but perhaps I could speak to him on your behalf, the relationship he and I have, and then maybe you could talk to him yourself and see that they're harmless.
The great Garbanzo is always available to have the spirits help the innocent. And he bows very deeply, jingling the whole way.
That would mean a lot.
Okay.
I know that I have no right to ask you this. You guests in our town who were attacked. I don't know where else to turn. And you can just, in that moment, he just looks so much older. And tired.
What
I mean,
say, my friends?
we would love to help, but we also need to run our circus. And, our head man is dead. And a lot of people are recovering from last night's attacks. We have a lot of the animals that were hurt and poisoned.
Yes. No, of course. I just thought I would ask.
I guess, what do you need from us exactly?
Well, I mean, if you could, I don't know.
It sounds like the townspeople just need help in general.
I think, in particular, we're a bit worried about the millers. Soraya and her family, the Hoftons, if someone could just check into that. Like I said, I'd normally have the mayor look in. I mean, I'm the mayor. Sorry, I the mayor would normally have the sheriff look into it, but she's gone. So I suppose if you hear anything about her,
You don't want to start with looking for the sheriff.
well, I suppose you could do that too. I don't know. Look, I'm really overwhelmed by this. The sheriff, she's.
How long have you been mayor, sir?
Oh, my family's been mayors. I was mayor, and my mother before me, and her father before her.
Comes from a long line of mayors.
So Edom walks over to the mayor and puts his hand on his shoulder and is like,
Catch up a little.
we'll look into it.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll see what I can do with the Hermitage. You'll see, they're really kind folk. I don't know who this was who attacked you, but I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. Not on their part. They sounds like they were very violent, but I'm sure whatever symbol she bears, perhaps she came by it. She took it off of someone else who wasn't as strong as you to defend themselves.
We appreciate the information about the local peoples. That will come in great handy with trying to find why Thunder was taken from us.
I hope so. Well,
Where was the sheriff and the miller last seen?
well, the last anyone heard of Soraya and her family was out at they're at the Houghton Mill. But I don't know. The sheriff, and she sort of just. I'd have to talk to people in town. I don't know what she was working on. She was, very
Like,
selfish.
Whatever sense the motive is, I guess it's a perception.
It is. It's a dice tower perception check.
Oh.
He's tired and he's worn out and he's nervous, and I think you're giving this that some part of him, you can tell that there's some sort of internal conflict with him, and you think it has to do with the Hermitage, that he really doesn't want this to be the Hermitage because that would mean an even bigger problem, and some part of him really believes that it isn't, but he's super nervous about about what that might mean if it wasn't, or if it was them.
I can tell that he's kind of like nervous and worried and like having a rough day. So my motive here is to kind of like wrap us up to leave him alone.
Okay.
Unless we can get more information out of him that anybody else wants to ask.
I have no further questions.
Do we know where all these things are? Like that mill that he talked about?
No, not at all. Well,
Okay.
a couple of you have a little bit of a familiarity with town, but for the sake of simplicity, let me go ahead and share something with you now.
I do have a map of Aberton.
You do have a map of Aberton, and there are lots of notes around it, so you do have that, and you think that might help. Additionally, when it comes
On the map.
Yeah. Let's also... Where is this? One second. I suppose they have a map of the town, but it's buried somewhere weird. You know what?
Or I was about to say Dom, but Edom is like motivated to find this kid because kids like being separated or not with their parents is like a sore spot for him.
Which kid?
What was the daughter's name that you said? Didn't you say they got set or they were taken?
There's a whole family missing, and no one
Okay.
knows if they left because things were looking bad in town or if something happened, and that's just sort of contributing to the discontent of the community. This whole
Okay.
idea.
I thought you said that she was taken specifically. He's still motivated, but less so.
Then there was a woman who got attacked by a boar in the street, so there's at least a boar close enough to things that, that could be bad.
I think we should look for the Miller's family and or the sheriff, and if we come across the boar, take care of it.
So here we go. This is the town of Aberton, and you can see the big top up to the top right corner. You can see the town isn't huge.
What's that weird place, sort of like almost right in the middle of the map, slightly to the right, with like, it looks like a farm or something, or like a giant courtyard?
Well, you know what? Go ahead and drop a Recall Knowledge Society into the dice tower for me. So we'll say that the mayor sort of wraps up. Oh, thank you all. If you need anything, I'm little I can offer. You can find me in town. If I'm not there, I am going to go make a journey soon. Once I rest, to go check up to the Hermitage and see what Harlock has to say.
Oh no!
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm gonna drop like 4 d20s. I don't know if they're gonna register, but it's because I couldn't find the dice tower. All right, society.
So you're all kind of sitting around looking at the map. And that one comes to you pretty quickly as you start looking at it. You know that's a church in town.
Oh.
Maybe you've gone into town, maybe you've just heard enough rumors in the time you've been here. But you know that it's colloquially referred to as Golden Laws or the Golden Laws Church.
Golden Laws?
Yep.
Do I know what god that might be?
Yeah, no problem. You know that this is it's a bit of a colloquialism and a shorthand for the church is properly called the House of Gold and Laws, but most people in town call it Golden Laws. Oh. So worship of Abdar.
Yeah.
Now, there's a local legend that the town's name was in fact once shortened for Abadar Town, but it doesn't actually really comport with the fact that the name of the family who traditionally served as mayors are all the Aber family. But the townspeople don't seem to mind the inconsistent legends. The Golden Laws Church at the center serves as a bit of a hub for the worship of Abdar, as well as the town's only bank. You also know that behind the church is a sprawling, fenced cemetery. And you've heard that there are sort of generations of town people who have been interred there. So many so that it actually reached capacity maybe 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So there's now another graveyard near the edge of town. So this is sort of the historic graveyard. Its grave markings range from subdued headstones to family tombs, expensive monuments. It's a pretty comprehensive church.
Does anyone know where the mill is located?
Well, so as you're all kind of looking at the map and asking this, you see none other than the professor walk up alongside you. What is it that you're all working on there, everyone?
Well, somebody signed us up to go help the town, even though we're trying to run a circus right now.
Okay.
The mayor seems to be spread a little thin. We offered our services.
Well, that's good of you. I'll say this though. Look, as the way you stepped up, I think most people in camp here agree. And you kind of look around and you do see that there's sort of a small gathering, slowly in numbers. A lot of the members of the Circus of Wayward Wonders have all sort of gathered around. We all talked this morning while you were resting. Speaking of preparing for the circus, that's something you're still okay with doing. In wake of, well, the leadership... Sorry, I'm a little choked up. With Thunder having died, killed, everyone's concerned about their safety. You kept us safe. You helped the show go off. We'd like to keep looking to you for that guidance. If that's something you feel okay offering. We know this is quite a burden, especially given the kindness you showed Aberton by offering to help them in their time of need. So we'll do what we can, but we're going to look to you now. And you hear a couple of people like, yeah, oh, yes, it is. Yeah, that's them. And you kind of look around, you see a couple, like, you see some faces in the crowd. You see Axel just smiling. Hey, they'll do great. And a couple other people step forward. The whole Kambali family steps forward. We're going to follow you.
The spirits will guide our circus and our family forward.
One of the dwarves or the dwarven throwers. I don't really care about spirits. I look to you.
Yes, we, like, Vivica's a little misty-eyed. She's been in the circus her whole life, and, like, having other circus people look up to her and to look to her for guidance is, like, all she could have ever asked for. So she's a little misty-eyed, and she's like, yes, of course, we will help. We will help everyone in any way we can.
The professor kind of smiles. I'd hoped you'd say that. It sounds like you do have other obligations, so we all didn't want to make it too much of an ask to start with. We all agreed we'd do what we could to help. To be fair, most of us were used to running a lot of the circus. Most of what we looked to for Thunder was direction. So, that's what we'd look to from you. And protection, if you'll offer it.
What's our circus called?
Circus of Wayward Wonders.
We are the Circus of Wayward Wonders.
Yes.
Wow, that was really hard. So, yeah. What?
I can see Avatar like just trying to almost drift into the crowd of people who are all looking at you.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's not one for attention. He's definitely hiding behind Ursa a little bit.
Beans is like inching closer to Vivica because she's clearly like the obvious choice as the leader, but he wants to like be close to the leader, you know, and get more attention because he's close to the leader. So that's kind of what's going on with Beans.
Vivica's like positioning her tail such that like he can't get too close to her.
Oh, that's cracking me up.
And so I guess, like, first things first, everybody. I hope everybody caught a good night's rest. I really needed it. Let's start mending the nets, healing the animals. I know we've had a lot of issues there. Please come to me if there's anything you need help with.
We will. Professor sort of laughs. I've got work to do. All of you, except for those who I've talked to. Go ahead and get back to your day.
Get out of here. Go lay down.
That's exactly what the professor says.
So whenever I play Opie just like gets up in my face and she won't like leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so at this point, everyone kind of starts heading out. The professor looks back. I know that you have this new duty, but given what happened in our camp the other night, I took it upon myself to begin looking into what we may have gotten ourselves into when we came to Aberton. And, as you have time today and see them, I would encourage you to take the time to chat with my sideshow of everyday marvels. I sent them out this morning around town to find what they could, to learn what they could. And as they come back and as you see them, they may have information to offer you.
What is that?
So this is something all of you would know. There's just no knowledge, although just for shits and giggles, to find out just exactly how much knowledge. All of you know, any of you who want to, give me a lore circus check or a society check on the dice tower. Lore performance or anything, lore acrobat, anything related to the circus will work fine.
Lore rope?
Yeah, in this case, yeah, because that's what you would have done with the circus. So it's going to be Vivica and Egra, who sort of know the most. All of you know what the sideshow of Everyday Marvels is. And so the rest of you have all heard this too. And this is something that, so the Circus of Wayward Wonders has, by mutual agreement of used to be the ringmaster Thunder, and all the performers refused to encourage the spectacle of putting bodies on display for sensational titillation. Yet the Circus of Wayward Wonders does still have a sideshow, the thing that helps keep people interested. They can come up to it throughout the week and check it out, especially during shows. It's what helps bring people in and entice them to buy those tickets. In this case, their sideshow is the sideshow of Everyday Marvels, and it's devoted to the idea that anyone can be fantastical, interesting, extraordinary. The sideshow sets up outside the Big Top, entertains patrons with all sorts of tales about its stars. Now, because it's a sideshow of Everyday Marvels, it's relatively commonplace-looking individuals. And it's that same commonplace appearance that, especially when they choose to dress up like typical townsfolk, means they're quite good at moving unnoticed among a town to pick up or perhaps spread rumors. This is a same group that you think there may be some value in and using when it comes to publicity for the circus. But right now, those of you... So like, a couple of you may have to think about it, but Vivica and Egra have no hesitation. Vivica of thinking who that would be. So right now that roster is made up of the professor himself. And you know what? I think this is a great time for a couple of you to think about that sort of background. With that check, the professor used to be a juggler and a fire eater. It's the same reason he has that raspy voice now. Years of fire damage to his throat means he's really unable to raise his voice. But he still remains a compelling storyteller and speaker to small crowds, using the volume he does have left with amazing command, forcing everyone to listen in, to be quiet, to catch every word that he says. He's the narrator and the organizer of the sideshow. He introduces each of the performers. The audience always augments their stories with funny and incredible historical anecdotes that prove the veracity of each of the stories the sideshow has to offer. Going through the main cast, there is Gideon Elbis, the bearded man. Egra and Vivica would know Gideon. He's a 6-foot-tall, broad-shouldered man, long brown hair, full Bushby beard, and a just gorgeous mustache that basically obscures every feature he has. You also know he has a particular talent for portraying accents and mannerisms from across Avestan. The professor claims the bearded man is an exact double for a significant political figure who must conceal his identity and live on the run. Assassins want to kill him, and rival agents want to kidnap him for their own nefarious purposes. The professor, you've heard hundreds of times, tell all sorts of exciting stories about his many narrow escapes from these pursuers and assassins, confusing him with other members of nobility, royalty, and fame. Gideon himself will never confirm which important figure he supposedly looks like. The professor has teased several candidates, with the most common being the missing gear of House Kicks. But Gideon is swift to adopt matching accents and mannerisms as needed for all these stories. Another key member of the sideshow is Tahala Roadwatcher, the tattooed woman. She's a middle-aged Shawanti woman who left her Kwa in Varisia a number of years ago, acting on a number of omens she received. She, like many Shawanti, is tall, bald, fit, covered in just complex tattoos. Notably, there is a giant rock tattoo that just spreads across her back, and several different tattoos resembling gemstones. She normally wears a simple cloak with a hood that sort of covers most of those up. And any of you who've seen her performance has seen her slowly reveal the different tattoos and talk about what the illustrations represent. She's a phenomenal storyteller, rivaling the professor himself. And she does a lot more than just show off these elaborate tattoos to the gawkers at the sideshow. She always has stories that go along with each of them, each having a moral about caring for the earth, revering their ancestors, and other different aspects of Shawanti spiritualism. Those of you who've gotten to know her over time know that she sees her position in the sideshow as sort of an opportunity to teach people about the Shawanti culture and help spread understanding across Avestan. You do have a pair that a couple of you would recognize from around the campsite. There's Hesper and Midas Jaxus, the unjoined twins. Identical joined twins in their 30s. Hesper and Midas enjoy the circus quite a bit. They like the atmosphere. They're always down to have a drink, a song, a laugh. The professor spins all kinds of elaborate tales about how they were separated at birth and never knew the other existed until very recently when they met at the circus, which is a total lie. They grew up together in a very normal family. According to the professor, though, the twins' lives have nevertheless seemed incredibly parallel as a result of this bizarre coincidence. One of them married a miller named Smith, and the other married a smith named Miller, each cursed by a different witch on their wedding day. One sister for not inviting the witch to the wedding, the other for disturbing the witch with too many invitations. Both of the sisters have 4 children. One has an eldest child who drowned, but the other's youngest child died of thirst in the desert. Both of these deceased children were named Tavi. None of that is real. They have no family and kids. But they love the story, and every story just grows more elaborate with the telling. And finally, you have Cubby, the dog-faced dog. Cubby is in fact a large male beagle. He was subject to an awakened animal ritual that gave him human intelligence and the ability to speak common. Cubby is offended by the idea that he might belong to anyone, but him and the professor have been best friends for years, and he sleeps with the professor and his bed and hangs out with him all the time. According to the professor's tales, Cubby has traveled the whole world, survived uncounted amazing adventures, dined with heroes, villains, religious leaders, and monarchs. Cubby doesn't dispute anything the professor claims, but he's also quick to lavish praise on his traveling companions. Everyone in the circus really likes him, especially with how much time he takes to sort of make sure every story is also about the people who helped him get there. He's a lucky guy, he's brave, humble, and he spends most of his free time as a dog just encouraging people to live their lives to the fullest. That is the cast of the sideshow of Everyday Marvels. And it is also possibly my favorite bit of writing in this book.
I love all that. That was so good.
Wait, so we really have a talking dog?
Yeah, you've got Cubby the dog-faced dog.
That would
Oh
be
my
perfect
God.
for Nate's character, that paladin dog.
That's what I was thinking.
The-
I gotta look into the Awakened Animal
Yeah,
Ritual
the
lore,
lawful
but yeah,
good boy.
that's what's up.
Intriguing. So what were they good for again? Sending them into town for like rumors and hearsay?
They're often good for that, but the professor indicates that he had already sent them in town to start asking around about what's going on there and get the lay of the land.
Okay.
As soon as he sort of realized that, they were under attack, it was sort of this like, maybe we need to know more about what's going on in town than just getting people to come to our shows.
Okay. I still think we should probably check out either finding the sheriff or the miller first.
But you guys still haven't finished clearing the camp.
Oh, we haven't? Shit. Okay.
Jeez.
You didn't clear the southeast.
Oh, over by the rocks?
Yep, and you haven't checked out. You all do this morning realize that key you have is the key to the
Thunder's wagon?
Thunder's wagon,
Okay.
and you haven't checked that out.
Okay. We should check that stuff out then. You guys want to get the rocks over with?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps we should investigate a small bit to ensure that the entire perimeter of this circus is safe. And then, Garbanzo starts walking away trying to be sneaky. I don't know if I did it, but I'm doing it.
All right. So how's everyone approaching the rocks? Garbanzo's sneaking.
Agra's going to definitely be sneaking because he's quite sore from randomly fighting all night last night.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and give me a stealth check in the dice tower.
All right.
Vivica is still a little hurt from yesterday, so she's just trying to be very perceptive and,
Scouting?
alert, scouting. Yeah, that's the one.
Watch out for beans.
Watching out for beans specifically.
I gotta say, I just love that everyone hates him. I adore that. Keep it up.
The worst thing is I don't think nobody hates him. It's just I loathe him, but he makes us money. So
No, I'm
Agra
here
doesn't
for it.
hate
I
him. He
love
just
it.
doesn't understand the Great Garbanzo.
What was that? I didn't hear you.
that Egra doesn't hate the Great Garbanzo. He just doesn't understand him.
No one understands the Great Garbanzo.
Sorry, when we rest, how much HP do we get back?
You get back your level times your con mod times level.
Okay.
So right now you're
Anyone who wants to though could have easily taken the time this morning to
medicine.
to take heal checks if Ivica wants to take some time before you all go over there.
Oh, I'm a dummy. I should do that. I should heal myself. I forget that there's just like
An action for that now.
an action
Yeah, isn't
for
it great?
that. That's crazy.
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna heal myself because I'm hurt still.
Yeah, Avenro's gonna try and heal himself.
I'm still a little hurt too, I guess.
Garbanzo's fine.
Mother
oh,
of God.
no. No.
So go ahead and deal 1d8 points of damage to yourself.
Ouch.
But this will be a good one.
Ugh.
Yeah, fun. So that's now 11. Cool.
That's fun. You should stay hidden.
Well, I mean, you guys can take some time. Like, you're not in a rush. It's mid-afternoon. You can sit around the campfire and patch your wounds from the night before.
Hey,
Does
Avenro did it.
anyone else need healing?
I mean, who's worst off? I guess, where do we find that? In the combat tracker?
Yeah, you can look there.
Or on your
Also
main
just-
tab at the bottom.
Yeah, and you're,
Dahotep
it's a little.
needs some healing.
Oh, yeah, he
Dahotep
does.
got
He
his
is
ass
definitely
kicked.
at 2 HP. Yeah.
He got the shit
He's
kicked out of him.
fine.
He's-
Oh, guys, I haven't healed him for his night's rest yet, but still.
Okay.
Man,
I think
Dahotep,
Ursus-
he was a fucking beast last time, and he saved us. But yeah, he got his ass kicked.
Let me go ahead and put a
Okay.
little bit of health on him.
I healed Dahotep.
Oh,
Nice.
that was nice roll.
Ursa's pretty hurt too, I think.
So that's 2d8.
2d8.
No, go, Opie.
Okay, so it's 5. Let's go through this bit by bit. First, I gotta heal this dude just a scooch. Oh, also, those of you who have drained goes away because you rested for a night. So, like, Ursa is no longer drained.
Okay.
Okay.
Does
So-
someone else want to try to heal Ursa while I was healing Dahotep?
I was gonna do a heal check on myself.
I'll try Ursa.
Okay. Hey.
Nope, that's a 1.
Oh no!
Again.
That's
We'll get that out of the way.
yikes!
Yikes.
So you now have to hurt Ursa for 1d8.
Is a 6 a critical fail? I
Yes.
guess a 1
No,
is.
it's, yeah, the 1 makes it a critical fail.
Yeah, the
Oh, great.
6 is a fail, but the 1 drops it down by a category.
Got it.
Man, healing is not this group's strong suit.
God damn.
No.
That's why I'm taking the dedication I am next level. Come on, guys,
I
let's
was
get
gonna
to
say,
2, and
next
then
level.
I can start helping.
So I rolled a 17 for my health check.
Yep, it's a DC 15, and then if you succeed, it's 2d8.
2d8. Alright, which one's the 8-sided die?
The one with the 8 displayed up on top.
Okay,
The
that makes sense,
octahedron.
actually.
Yeah, no, sorry. That did not mean to sound like sarcastic. It's,
No,
it's a
actually,
good question.
as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That's the right thing. Okay, how do I do 2 of them?
Pick-
From
Just
the...
Click and hold
Right.
with the left, and then right-click once, and it'll pop a new die on.
There we go. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Is that the right one? Yeah.
I don't want to sit around much longer. How long does it take to fail healing yourself? Does that take an hour, or is that...
Once you've been the target of a heal check, you are immune to it for an hour.
Except there's
Okay,
a feat
well-
for stat later, but I'm sure you don't have it yet.
Okay, hold
So
on.
I failed on myself. I then healed Dahotep. So can I try again on myself?
Or you can try on other people, because that makes it 20 minutes. So you've got 40 more minutes or 4 more different checks if you want to make them real quick on other people.
Okay. Does
I
anyone
do
else?
have the ability to make a medicine check. It's a plus. I have a +4.
If you're
Well,
not
let's-
trained,
I
the DC is
assume I'm
20.
immune to it. I'm immune to it from anyone, I would guess.
Yeah, you are immune to that result. or to that
Okay.
skill.
Plus, if you're not trained in medicine, the DC is 20. That's why it was such a big deal when Beans hit
I am
that
trained in medicine.
nat 20.
Oh.
So it still says that Edom is wounded and unconscious.
Yeah, I'm going to change that.
And then I rolled an 8 for my healing as well.
So you can just reduce the number of wounds you have in your character sheet by that, Mini.
How do I do that? Just go to the...
You can do it on you can do the combat tracker or on your character sheet. Just click on the wounds and then type in whatever the result of that -8 would be, and it'll replace it.
Okay, so 0. Cool, thanks.
Yep.
So
Well,
who else needs healing?
Let's see. Ursa could use it. Ursa had
Well,
fail on
Ursa
it.
needs to wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Garbanzo's
Let's
fine.
see. Avenro could use a point. Oh, Edom. Edom could use it. Or did someone heal Edom?
Yeah, because he's at 0 according to the battle tracker.
Yeah, he should be at.
If the wind blows the wrong way, Edom's gonna die again.
Didn't we stuff berries down his throat?
I can't remember, but Edom's at a couple. So if you want to do a check on Edom, you can.
Okay.
One of the other things that's also worth noting, so that's a good way to take effective time, is if you succeed, which you did, when you see the results. So go ahead and roll your heal check for Edom.
Oh my god.
So you can now choose that you've spent 10 minutes doing this. You can choose to carry this out to an hour and instantly go ahead and double the amount of hit points he gets back. No new roll, just double that.
I'll do that because I need to wait to heal myself
then
again
you
anyway.
can heal
Exactly.
yourself, and then Ursa can get healed again.
Yeah.
And
So
Dahotep.
And
Edom, go ahead and get 12.
I took care of that.
Okay. So now I'm gonna roll for.
So now it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'll roll for Ursa.
Well, at least
Sorry,
didn't hurt
Ursa.
Ursa.
She may have to stay back on this one.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Go ahead, and you still got yourself and Dahotep, who are a little beat up.
I'm gonna do myself. All right, Dahotep. Guys, I don't want to go near anything. Oh,
Hey, crit success. So go ahead and that's 4d8.
Yeah, that's great.
James, did that work?
I did. I heard that.
You got it? Okay.
God. He's
So he's
healed.
fine. Wounds 0. So if you want to, you can go and figure out whatever's down there and then go from there.
Yeah. I don't really want to go down there, but
You guys aren't going down to the trees. It's down to the southeast.
Beans is hiding in the trees.
all right. Well, Vivica's kind of staying towards, like, she doesn't want to be in the very front. She kind of wants to be someone in front of her, and she's gonna still be just scouting.
Yeah, Avenro's scouting too.
And Garbanzo's sneaking.
And
Okay,
Avenro
we go
would
ahead
have
and
as
check
well.
everyone's exploration modes. So Beans is avoiding notice. Dahotep will be seeking. Vivica, you're scouting.
Yeah.
Egra, what are you doing?
I'm sneaking. I think I rolled. I can roll again, though.
Yes, if you would be so kind to sharpen the dice tower again. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and do you
Oh,
want...
I need to give you a perception, right?
I'll take care of it if it comes up. You don't need to do it blanketly.
Do you want me to roll another sneak, or you got my old one?
Go ahead and roll a new one.
Okay.
And then Avenro. And to be honest, most of the time I'll roll it for you guys because it won't really matter up until it does, and I don't want to let you know when that is by telling you to roll. Edom, what are you doing? Sneaking, looking for
I'm
B?
sneaking, yes.
Okay. And Avenro, what about you?
yeah, just seeking, I guess.
Okay. So
I'm having Ursa stay back.
okay. So as you're all working your way down, no one's investigating. As you're all working your way down there, you're getting close to the rocks. Yeah, you know what? We're cool with that.
little side note: if you guys have an air fryer, put some pizza rolls in it. It's freaking awesome.
That sounds great.
I hadn't thought of that. That's fucking genius.
Nice.
I really want to get an air fryer because I keep hearing of really amazing, just like put shit in it and then it's better.
It's the best thing
Yeah.
for reheating any kind of food.
Anything.
That's true.
Any food.
I gotta say, on top of just generic air fryer, Jane, for her birthday this summer, her family got her it's like an air fryer / air grill, like a tabletop grill, and it does air fry
That's
too.
what
I have one of those. It's a Ninja Foodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she has, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's sweet. I mean, it's a grill. It's an air fryer. It's a dehydrator. Yeah, you could do all sorts of things in it. It's amazing.
I cannot speak highly enough of it. Like Jane grills just like grocery store salmon in it, and because it cooks from both sides, and you just select
Yeah.
the temperature and the time. She like sets it up, puts the salmon in, takes a shower, gets out, salmon is done, and it
And
tastes
it's
great.
perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
It cooks it really well.
What's it called? The Ninja Foodie?
Yeah, so yeah, Ninja Foodie.
Yeah.
It'll say 5-in-1 on the box. They sell it at Target.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I
I
actually
forgot
have
it.
an air fryer toaster oven combo, and I'm thinking about getting rid of mine and getting Matt's.
Yeah, Jane and I use it a ton. She also just like we did chicken soup the other night, and she just threw the chicken breasts in there and cooked it up, and we could have just eaten the chicken breast. Like you put a little oil on it. They have instructions on how to cook it, but oh my god, it's so good and straightforward. And since we live in a teeny little apartment without a grill, it's also a great way to handle cooking meat quickly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because she likes grilling. I like cast iron skillet cooking,
Yeah, me
but she
too.
likes grilling, so she does that. I do cast iron, and it's awesome. All right, so as you're all heading down there, it's as you all get closer. Go ahead and everyone move your pawns in. I guess that's where you are. Move your pawns on. Let me go reshare the map for you all. If you're not on it already, move your pawns where you want them to kind of be as you're all heading down.
Beans is where I want.
Dahotep's gonna hang out with Avenro.
And Vivica needs to be hanging away from the front of the crowd there.
Yes, you do.
Listen, I'm trying to be close, but not that close.
It's as you can hear, Dahotep.
Dahotep, you fucking owe me. Please be my meat shield.
Yeah, he's going out front. It's pretty neat about here where he says, "I think I see something."
Oh, great.
No one else notices it. All right, everyone, go ahead and leave your pawns there. You're right about there when he says that. It
When he
looks
says
like,
that.
and like Avenro, you're not seeing it, but he says,
Okay.
like, I see it in the rocks down there.
What
Do
does it
you
look like?
see it, Avenro? It looks like a chicken.
A chicken.
Yes.
Pulls
Is it
out
possible
pulls out his longbow.
is it possible for Egrod to use his acrobats to jump on top of these rocks to get a better vantage point?
Yeah, give me a just go open check. Go ahead and roll me some acrobatics and work your way up on that.
Skills.
Now, Dahotep, is it like a chicken or is it a chicken?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna roll recall knowledge, so that will temporarily shift his exploration mode to investigation.
There's my roll.
Yeah, no problem. You work your way up. You're up on those rocks. In combat, you would have to make that check to move on them at half speed. But since we're not in combat, just know that it's slower than walking on flat ground, of course.
Yeah.
So Dahotep's checking that out. He's like, well, it has a beak and feathers.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Sounds like a chicken.
Sounds like a chicken to me.
But it is different than other chickens I have seen.
Is it like a different color chicken?
Is it large?
Well, its wings look like that of a bat.
Oh.
And
Oh,
its
fuck.
tail looks like a lizard, I think.
Oh, I know what this is.
And it's right as he says that, you all hear this. It's like this just sickly squawk that's just croaking out of it. And I'm going to need everyone to roll me initiative.
All right.
So here's a couple things before you roll initiative.
Oh shit.
Remember, everyone go ahead and put +1 in the modifier box before you roll because Vivica was scouting.
That's right.
And like, so Vivica, I imagine there's some part of you that like, whether or not you know what this is, you're concerned about it. So you're like, everyone, oh, like, whatever that sort of cry of alarm is from you, everyone is brought into the battle just a scooch earlier because of that.
Nice.
Additionally, those Egra, Edom, both of you are rolling stealth. Same with Beans for your initiative.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, good. Don't forget to reapply the +1 before you roll that.
So, do you want me to re-roll, or do you just want to add a +1 to what I rolled? That's the difference.
Oh, it's that much. Yeah, no problem then. Yeah, I'll go ahead and modify what you rolled. Egra, how much of a difference from your perception to your stealth is it?
I have just 1, so my stealth is +7, my perception is +6.
Okay,
Plus-
cool.
just
You did the
+1
exact
to
same
whatever I
thing then.
rolled. Yeah.
I think mine
That's
should have
pretty
been a
easy.
13 as well. I don't think it added my +1.
It did not.
Yeah, so Bean should be 13. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to temporarily pull. I'm just going to put Ursa at the bottom of the order so I don't think about him. But I always like to keep him in the tracker because he's there. So Vivica, it will be you first as you hear this screech, and in doing so, this creature kind of reveals itself, and all of you can see this.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it kind of looks
no.
like a chicken.
Kinda.
Right?
Chicken of Satan.
It's chicken adjacent.
Chicken adjacent.
Okay.
I don't know why I thought of Hey Hey from Moana just now.
This is painful. I know what it is. Vivica, I don't know if she does. So can I do...
It's also second edition, so maybe it plays different.
I know. Can I do like a recall knowledge to try to remember what the hell this thing is?
Yeah, so it's been described to you, and you can see a sliver of it. So you got your choice here: Dice Tower of Nature or Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's make this the fight sound.
Oh no.
Hey James, real quick, how do I change my it says like wound and current?
Mm-hmm.
How do I change that?
What do you mean?
So I thought I was completely healed on my. If you look at the tracker.
Oh yeah.
My-
You click on wound and type in 0. You can never manipulate your current, but you can always manipulate how many wounds you have, and so that lets you do the rest.
Okay.
All right, so Vivica,
Okay,
you're
cool.
checking this shit out, and while you recognize what it is, kind of, you do have this like, oh shit, you do know it, and you're pretty sure that from what you understand of it, the most important thing you know is that it has the ability to sort of spit something at people.
Okay.
At range, and that spit can like affect their body negatively.
Okay.
And then it's probably going to cause blindness if it hits.
Oh. Okay. She immediately shouts like, "Don't get too close to it. It spits something and like I think this is the one that blinds you. This one blinds you. So don't let it spit on you." And recall knowledge is 2 actions, right?
Nope, 1 action.
Oh, it's only 1?
Yeah.
Just one.
What does it take to kind of move over this like wooden corral to the southwest of me?
So there's a gap right there. If you go through the gap space, nothing. If you're going over the edge, that single space costs double movement. That's it.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of squeeze through that gap.
Yeah.
From where I am, I can see this thing. How tall are the rocks in front of it? Like, can I shoot an arrow at it, or?
It has cover, but that's it.
So just a +1 to its AC.
No, cover's +2.
Oh.
Shit
Oh,
cover's
shit
+1.
cover, yes.
Yeah, shit cover is specifically just intervening people.
Well, I'll take a shot. Can I say that Vivica had her bow out and loaded because I knew we were going to look for trouble?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
All right. Next time I'll make sure I say it.
All right, Grant.
Come on.
No, sure, of course. Of course, your bow's always out at all times, and you're also always having your spacesuit helmet on to make you immune to toxins. So you fire the crossbow.
I'm running out of arrows. We need to go shopping.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
Shopping episode.
Unfortunately, you are literally right next to town.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's it. That's my sad turn.
All right.
Well, no, I remembered that it spits at people and can blind you. So that one.
Eat them. It's your turn. You have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna try to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here.
Okay.
I can see it. I'll go ahead and cast Electric Arc on it.
All right. And so now, you see if Electric Arc is one of these. Yes. So Electric Arc, if you click on the magnifying glass to the right of it, it'll bring up a little more information, and you can drag the save over it, and it'll auto-roll the save against your spell.
It's so helpful. Just drop it right on the enemy thing.
So just save on the enemy.
Yep, drop the save on the enemy, and then it'll roll. So it rolled a 10, plus its bonus. It's a success, but not a critical one.
Okay.
So that'll
that
be
means
just...
that it takes half, right?
Yep, and your damage is 1d4 plus whatever your spellcasting modifier is. 3. 1d4 plus 3.
Where'd it go? Oh, I just messed up.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Boom. So you do 2 points of damage. Lightning strikes it. Out in a really disgusting way. It's now Dahotep's turn. He looks at you, Vivica. Like, it must spit on us that I shall make sure I am hard to hit. And so he goes into mountain stance. And then he goes... What's that?
I just said Dahotep is a badass.
2, 3...
Yeah.
4... And does his speed get reduced in mountain stance?
I can't remember.
Yes. Okay, so that's there. Then I'll do another action. He'll take his final action to take cover against that rock to improve his AC against the spitting. But it's now its turn. Well, Edom attacked it. So it's going to fly 40 feet.
Oh boy.
5, 10,
Fuck this
15,
bird.
20. So I just fly over, and then it's going to land on the ground, and it's going to, second action, attack you, hit you with its beak. Critical hit.
Oh my god.
Come on.
On a crit, it does 1 point of damage.
Nice. Nice.
Wow.
Now I would
Nice.
like for you to make a fortitude save.
Okay.
That could have been way worse.
Out in the open or in the dice tower?
Totally open. Okay, so you have critically failed on this. And as its beak sinks into your skin, you feel your muscles starting to tighten up. At least you think that's the case, except that... What's this? As the muscles start to tighten up, you realize it's not your muscles. You see part of your skin is turning to stone.
Oh, no.
And you are slowed to. So on your turn, you will get 1 action on your
Oh
turn.
no.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's brutal.
It's brutal.
Vivica can't see you, but she's like, you know she's thinking, I told you so.
Egra just slaps his forehead silently.
It's not like I ran up to it. It flew 40 feet.
Why did you look so tasty?
So flew, beaked, and then I think it's going to, for its final action, fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. fly into this little crack in the rock over here. Agra, your turn.
Okay, well, I don't think I have any ammo with my, yeah, I have no ammo. So am I slowed because I'm on these rocks?
Moving on the rock is, like your movement will it'll cost twice as much to move when you're on the rocks. It's difficult terrain.
Unless you do acrobatics, right?
It was acrobatics to get up there.
Ah.
But, no.
Okay, well, since I now realize I have no ammo, I'm down off the rocks. So I can move 1, 2. That's like, come on. That's like one action right here to get to about right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Am I still sneaking? Because can this thing see me yet, or is it still it's to my presence?
You don't know. If you want to have snuck, you need sneaking is half speed again. It's really slow to sneak unless you have a skill feat that lets you sneak at full speed.
Okay.
It's called quick sneak.
Quick sneak. Okay, well, I guess as part of my move, I will go ahead and pull out my long sword and my dagger and just get ready.
All right.
And that's the rest of my action, right?
Yep. Beans.
All right.
Magical fruit.
I'm going to attempt an acrobatics to get up on this rock.
Give me...
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Out of nowhere, you see Beans do an insane backflip up onto this rock, and as he's standing there, you notice he's glowing blue. So there's one action. And then
Eli, please pick one of those 4 squares you're straddling.
Oh, sure. There.
Cool.
Okay. And then as he gets up there, he says he's already starting to swirl his hands up and down and back and forth, moving his fingers, and he says, "Spirits of the Mammoth Lore realms, hear my call." And he attempts to cast Ray of Frost. Oh yeah, critted on the acrobatics, missed on the attack. That's my turn.
Pew, pew, pew.
You know what? Do we have a hero point?
Your session.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm burning it. So I'm gonna re-roll that. Better. Still probably not a hit. That's fine. Okay, that's my turn.
Yeah, you also could have rolled it over that creature too as an attack.
What's that? I thought I did.
Oh, you did.
I did. Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I just I didn't look at the messaging. I just saw 14. All right, Avenroe.
All right. Okay. He's gonna go south because he can't see anything behind this giant rock. So 5, 10, 15, 20. And actually, oh yeah, there it is. Okay. He's gonna hunt prey.
Okay.
And then he's gonna take one shot.
If you only had
one opportunity.
Right. Let's see, there it is. And misses.
Misses. All right.
That's
We're
it.
gonna skip past Ursa. Now, Vivica, it's your turn.
Okay. I hate this. I don't want to get anywhere near that bird, especially knowing that it can fly 40 feet.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never said that.
You never said that.
Never.
All right. Well, Viv's gonna move. Oops. 5, 10, 15, 20 to get a little closer. And I think she has a clear shot, so she's going to load and then shoot.
Okay. It's in cover those rocks. I already have its AC adjustment in place.
Come on, just crit it. Or not.
It's technically a crit. Yes. All right. Edom, you have one action as your body is turning to spin around you.
trying to get as close to the cleric as I can, and calling out Vivica.
Does he get
All right.
new save?
Dahotep.
Does he get new saves every round, or how does that work?
Nope.
Oh.
Let me double
Just
check.
continue to die.
No, I don't know it as well as I should. Let's check slowed.
Because some effects decrease by 1 every round.
So you have fewer actions. Slowed always includes a value. When you regain your actions at the start of your turn, reduce the number of actions you regain by that slowed value. Because slowed is expected at the start of your turn, you don't immediately lose actions if you become slowed during your turn. Nope, does not intrinsically reduce.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
Awesome.
I do know this, but you don't know without making a recall knowledge check how long this one might take to go away. All right, Dahotep, not into this. Going to go... Yeah, that's something. I like that creepy air. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, and he's just going to stop there. I'm going to move out of the way a little bit. Take a step over, and then Dahotep's going to throw a punch.
Punch the chicken.
Falling stone strike. Misses. Natural 3.
Level 1, y'all.
It's now its turn. And Dahotep's right there, so I mean... Go for broke. Beaks out at Dahotep.
Beaks out for Harambe.
Wow.
Beaks out for
Hit.
Dahotep.
4 points of damage. Now let's get Dahotep to make a little fortitude saving throw. See how that goes for him. He's fine.
Hell yeah. He's Dahotep, motherfucker.
Beak's coming back. This weird little screech that I can't. Hits again.
Sheesh.
Ooh, 6 points of damage. Dahotep's gonna need him to make another fortitude save. How you feeling, Dahotep?
Every
Not
time?
good.
Ugh.
Not good. Dahotep critically fails.
Oh, bad.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use Dahotep's hero point.
That's a good choice, yeah.
Succeeds. Totally fine.
That's good. Good.
I feel like Chris would have approved of that one.
Yeah,
Critical fail
I
2,
agree.
you're fine.
I agree. A critical fail on a fortitude save, that's a good time to use a
Final attack, natural 1 on the die. It doesn't flee though. It's so caught up in trying to attack Dahotep. He's just taking these shots, but not turning to stone. Egra, your turn.
Are you muted?
I am muted.
Ah.
25 movement points for each action, right?
Yep. Unless
Yeah.
you're me.
25 feet. Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Well, or if you wanted to, because you hadn't done any diagonal yet, the first diagonal is only 5, so you could have taken that last step into melee range with it.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's what I'm going to do. So that's one action. Then I'll go ahead and let's see, actions. Grab my long sword and attack the thing.
Swing.
Swing away.
Nice! Solid hit.
Okay, and then the thing next to it, right? Yeah.
Yep, drag the damage over to it. Max damage. Thing slices down into it. You see its weird sort of scaly feathered hide split open underneath the blade. You got one action left.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and follow through with my dagger because it's got a +9 for its first.
Yeah. All right, no,
Smart.
second. It'll be the second attack for the dagger because it's second
attack.
attack total.
Yeah, but
But it's still better than the bonus on your sword
Yeah,
for
it's a
follow-up.
Yeah.
+5. So I'll go ahead and follow up with the dagger.
What class are you again, Ikra?
Fighter.
What? Fighter.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
I hit again. Sweet.
Yep.
And I'll go ahead and. Cool.
The wind blowing past this creature. Both Dahotep and Egra are up here, but you're watching. All of you in mind still have the image of Edom's skin slowly turning to stone as he limps away. Beans, you're up on top of the stone. You're watching your compatriots fighting this weird beast.
Okay. Beans he is really just kind of in a trance at this point. He's just casting with his hands. He's just waving them in the air. With his left hand, he's going to cast Shield on himself. So that gives me more AC. And then with the remaining 2 actions, he's going to continue shooting a Ray of Frost at this thing. Oh, that's much better.
Nice.
That is much better. Okay.
Okay.
Shazam. Yeah. Okay,
Nice.
that's my turn.
All right, Avenrow.
All right, let's take some shots. What's the negative? Because he's got cover.
It's actually a bonus to his AC, so I take care of all that.
Okay. So I'll just roll like normal. Miss.
Oof.
Right. And this one's with the -3. Second shot. I think I'm gonna hit. All right. After missing twice, he throws down his longbow because he's running out of ammo and pulls out 2 urban war axes, and that's it.
All right. Vivica.
All right, she is going to load her crossbow. Or wait, is there penalties for shooting through my allies?
It has, not to you. It gets a bonus to its AC, which is already in effect.
In addition to the bonus it gets for cover?
No, they're all cover bonuses. So shooting through allies is a +1 cover bonus. Being in cover is a +2. Since they don't stack, it'll just get the greater of the 2.
Okay. All right. So yeah, she's gonna draw her bow. She's going to say, by Desna's grace, please let me hit this thing, and give herself guidance.
Nice.
And then she's gonna take a shot.
Very smart.
Just so if we could use that +1 modifier.
Oh, come on, Desna!
Oh,
Desna. You
you
have a
had
hero
one
point.
job, Desna. And you do have a hero point.
I don't know if you want to use it, but you have it.
Do I want? Yeah,
You
screw
heard
it.
your
I'll use it.
sarcasm about the rituals this morning.
I know. I'll use my hero point. Let's see if I can.
You
wait,
literally can't do worse.
You're right. Come on.
That's much better.
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, then you get... What do you get from guidance? 1?
Yeah,
Guidance is
that's
just
Okay.
a +1 to my attack.
Got it.
I don't think it. I'm sorry, to hit. I don't think it does the attack.
Right.
it does not affect damage.
Yeah.
So then roll your damage, right? Yeah, there it goes.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
max damage. Nice.
Ooh, see? You just needed the luck of a second roll.
Desna.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sinks in.
Come on,
What's your
Desna.
final action? Reload time?
No, because it reloading,
Oh, got it.
guidance, shoot was 3 actions.
Ah, yep, there you go then. All right, so that makes it Edam's turn.
Continue to move.
This
That
sucks.
rogue thing where you just try to run away from a fight because of a really unfortunate
Yeah.
save.
Yeah, that is definitely
And
the
I'm
rogue thing.
like, Vivica, and I'm like holding onto my shoulder and like running to you, like help me. I have no idea if he can, but that's his only hope.
All right, Dahotep's there. Dahotep, realizing how hard this thing was to hit before, Dahotep is going to spend a move action. Let's go 5'10", 5'10", 15, 20
Oh,
for
nice.
difficult
Smart.
circle around it. Apply flat-footed. You know, I need to look up a rule real quick because this hasn't come up in any of my games before. I do not know if cover applies to melee.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think cover's just against range and
I thought
spells,
so.
but it's worth checking.
Yeah, it was worth looking up.
I didn't find a formal ruling, but I found a ruling.
So is he Dahotep of Totes or Totes?
I'm gonna go with totes, but I'm sure that's wrong.
It's headcanon now.
Alright. Okay. So he's not looking so hot, but he's got his fists. He's gonna falling dagger strike this flanked little fucker. Hits.
Hey, good.
Minimum damage.
But hey, 5. That's pretty good.
And then he will always forget about flurry. He will flurry. And miss. Alright, it's turn now. It's gonna lash out at Egra, because it's just, it's feeling it. So a hit against Egra, not a critical hit, unfortunately, just a hit. So 3 points of damage, and Egra, I need a fortitude saving throw.
All right, fortitude's right there. Put it in the dice tower, or what?
Nope, just drop it public.
Okay.
You're fine.
Cool.
Well done.
All right, so we're going to go for a follow-up attack. It's going to lash out at you again. It's freaking out here. It feels trapped. It's going to get at least one more attack in before it tries anything. And just barely manages to get hit off on you. Do a little bit of damage. 1 point of damage, and I need another fortitude saving throw.
Ooh, even better. Is that a crit success?
It's not, but he's fine. Then for its last action, this creature is panicking. It is going to fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Egra, that does provoke an attack of opportunity if you want it.
Yes.
Yeah, so go ahead and just roll it against it. It would have been... Oh, wait. Give me 1 second, because it would have been flat-footed when you took that AOO.
True.
I'll put it back down here.
What do I roll?
Just an attack.
Just
At your
whichever of your weapons you want at your highest bonus.
Okay, I'll lash out with the dagger on top of the bad guy.
The sword's probably better because if you run it at your highest, so you don't have to worry about the agile being better. But I mean, attack however you want. But I'm just saying you would do more damage likely with the sword.
Okay, I'll use the sword then. Thanks.
Yeah. It's just on second and third attacks that the dagger is definitely better.
Can I use my hero point?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great time for that.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. All right.
Oh. All right, so then it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and flies down there. That's its turn. Now it is your turn, Egra.
Okay, so I'm going to run after it.
And now, even though you took an attack of opportunity, that does not count against your multiple attack penalty this turn.
Correct.
AOOs are their own standalone things.
All right, so 5, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Get up right on him. Take out my, hit him with my longsword again.
Yep. Yeah.
Well done.
All right.
Oof. It's barely left alive.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and follow up with my dagger again.
Now is the good time for the dagger, yeah.
Come
I play a fighter in another game, so I know the
Alright.
mechanics.
That's it.
Yep. All right. Garbanzo.
Okay, Garbanzo again uses one action to cast shield on himself, and using the other 2 actions once again for Ray of Frost. So incoming spell save or spell attack. Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Oh,
Oh
right.
yeah! Okay. Yeah,
Murder it!
Yeah, the shield that
Frozen
he cast
chicken.
on himself is actually starting to get some frost on the outside of it, and his eyes white over, and he says, "The spirits call." Yeah.
Ooh, blasts it down.
Yes. And Beans is still glowing blue.
Damn.
Nice. All right. And the thing just sort of its body turns to stone as it dies.
Ooh.
Oh no, no chicken dinner.
James, it's a cockatrice, right?
Straight up, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You also, in taking your time to deal with it, do realize that, maybe it doesn't spit. It must just be its beak. Maybe.
Secret failed, huh?
Yeah, that was a really bad roll.
That's funny as hell. All right, Garbanzo will slide off down here and run over to Egra weirdly quickly.
Nope.
Oh wait, are we still in? Are we still in?
No, I just actually turned on the wrong music.
okay.
I went from I meant just put on like it's a day and it's a camp, and instead I put on rave party dance camp.
Yeah, Beans slides down off the rock and runs over to Egra, and weirdly fast, faster than any of you have ever seen him move. And he goes, "My friend, are you okay?"
I'm great. Thanks for taking care of that.
Yes. Well, I just wanted to make sure everyone is all right. And
As he
then Beans
brushes
runs
snow
over
off of
to
his shoulders.
what's that? Sorry, go ahead.
I said as he brushes snow and ice off of his shoulders.
Yeah. And then Garbanzo runs over to Avenro, again, weirdly fast, and says, "My friend, are you all right? I have not seen one of those creatures since I was in the Obari Ocean."
Oh, yeah, I feel great.
Meanwhile, Vivica's going up to eat him and is like, "Oh God, what are you doing? What's happening?" And does she know anything about what's happening to him and/or how to stop it?
You can give me a your choice, nature or arcana check on the dice tower, please. No pressure.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Looks like he's turning a stone.
Can I stop it?
Give me a medicine check. You have no idea.
Oh God, I don't know. Stop it. No, it's eat him. It's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Did that mayor mention any healers in town? Or does the circus have any other healers?
No.
Okay, cool.
Not who'd be trained in this sort of thing.
And did the mayor mention, or, did the map? The church,
No.
the Church of Abadar.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
What's
Okay.
everyone else doing? Well, Vivica, because technically Eden's sort of behind this rock. Not everyone else is there. Egra, what are you and Beans and Avenro up to? Well, that started.
Well, I see that the chicken disappeared, so I guess we can't check to see if there's anything on it.
Well, if you want to look around the area, you certainly can.
Yeah, I guess I'll take a chance to look around, just kind of walk around the area looking. My sword and stuff are still drawn, so I'm kind of looking. So I guess perception would be more seeking or...
Yeah. So
Yeah.
as you look around, a couple of things. One thing stands out to you that, just in your focus on looking out for danger, you didn't really see as much. You realize that one of the rocks around here looks like the broken pieces of a cow's body, as if perhaps it had been turned to stone and crumbled over time.
Okay.
You also find a small nest, and in it you find a couple different items.
Sweet.
Looks like you find the body of a dwarf that was completely turned to stone.
Oh God.
Whoa.
And on this body, though, you find several things that were not turned to stone. It looks like you can salvage them.
Where's the stuff at? I can't see.
The nest, it's not on the map. You just
Oh,
kind of
okay.
find it.
Okay.
You
then-
find a suit of split mail armor,
Oh wow.
Sweet.
a low-grade cold iron pick,
Wow. Cold iron.
About-
rules.
30 silver, and 20 gold.
Oh shit.
20 gold is a lot.
Wow.
Money.
At level 1, that's a lot.
All I want to see is money.
Hella.
Mm-hmm.
And, sorry, actually, I got to throw one more thing in here.
Is there a way to just auto split the money between the PCs?
No, there isn't. But what I will say is, like, I have one other group that what they do is they take or sell items, but they leave money there until they do like the big shopping trip, and so they can discuss, do we as the party need anything? And once they discuss like party purchases, they'll then split it up according to however they need to. Because like we've got one player who plays a pretty pious cleric who's been saying like, yeah, I don't need it, which is no pressure on anyone to ever do that, just for the record.
I'm not a pious cleric.
You're Desna. There's nothing about that there.
Exactly. Oh, Vivica turns to Avenro and is like, Avenro, do you know anything about demon stone chickens?
Mostly just chickens that I can roll a nature check.
Can Beans do an Arcana check for the chicken now that we've killed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I roll in.
Vivica's like ready to drag Edom into town to find another healer because she has no fucking clue what to do.
And all of these knowledge checks are dice tower.
Yep.
So Garbanzo, yeah, it's a cockatrice.
Okay.
Causes slowing, which can eventually turn into full petrification. You also know that if someone becomes fully petrified, with your result here, Beans, they're petrified for at least 24 hours. Every 24 hours, they get a save against it to start coming out of it. If they critically fail on the once they've been fully petrified, they are permanently petrified and never again get a save.
Okay. Then after Beans has talked to Avenro, he runs over to Vivica and Edom again, weirdly fast, and says, "My friends, that was a cockatrice. Edom, we must get you to a priest as quickly as possible."
Well, some clarification on that. That save is only if they become fully petrified, which would be slowed 3.
But well, he'd
Edom
still
is
be
not
panicked.
there.
He'd still be panicked.
Oh yes, but of course.
Yeah. So that's what Beans says. We need to get you to a priest as quickly as we can.
Edom is kind of freaked out, and he's just like kind of like, okay, yeah, let's do that.
At this point, Egra, after he's done investigating that little nest, he kind of runs over, jumps over the rocks, and comes by his friend's side and tries to comfort him in some way, discussing different poses he'd want to be posed in if he gets turned.
Oh. Additionally, you also found, I forgot to add it in there, you also found in that stash a vial of silver sheen.
That's good stuff.
Silver sheen.
Did I know anything with my nature roll?
Yeah, because yours was explicitly on this ailment, yeah?
So yeah, the poison or the ailment.
So what you know is that because he wasn't fully petrified, he will be fine, but it'll take an hour or 2 before it wears off. And it will just wear off, no more saves.
Oh, it will just wear off?
Okay.
Okay.
That's what Avenro knows.
I let you know that, yeah, it'll be about an hour or 2, but you should be all right.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm never fully sure, but I think so.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. That's good enough for me.
Vivica's afraid, but she knows Avenro is better at animals than her, so she trusts that he'll be okay.
You can carry my war axe in case you freeze, and then you'll at least have a cool weapon.
Perhaps we should take a small rest and patch ourselves up. Maybe, perhaps, Edom, you could do some stretches.
Some stretches?
Yeah, I said stretches.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you just keep moving. Make sure you don't turn to stone.
Yeah. He keeps like winding his shoulder up like he was throwing all day.
I've heard jumping jacks help.
Do arm circles. Arm circles.
Yeah, arm circles. Tiny arm circles.
Yeah.
How big?
Alright, so should we have people like heal a little bit? Round of medicine checks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm only missing 1 point. My only issue is the stone thing, but
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
Dahotep and Vivica are hurting though. And Ursa too.
Yeah.
I will try again on myself and see how much worse could it go. I'm sure I won't just accidentally kill myself.
Hey, you
I
passed.
did it.
So that's 2d8. Remember, whenever you succeed, you can always carry it out to an hour.
That's true.
I'm gonna carry it out to an hour just because I need that HP back.
Okay.
Yeah, that gives you time. And after about an hour, you're down to slowed 1 Edom.
If it's been an hour, then Garbanzo is also no longer glowing blue.
I can try and
So-
heal Hotep.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can, but I've been rolling terrible. Nope.
At least you didn't hurt him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Step
got
up.
that going for you.
Is there a healing spell?
I mean, I could use a heal if we really want to, but
That's probably best saved for combat.
I think if we're going to the church, we might as well save it.
True.
yeah.
Well, I guess if he's not about to be in any immediate danger of being turned into stone, we don't need to go to the church.
Yeah. Oh, I'll try on Ursa real quick.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh,
excellent.
Critical
Crit heal.
success, 4d8.
48. You're just not good with humans.
And if you... Oh, that leaves Ursula only 1 point of damage.
Yeah, so she's good.
Yeah, she's
Sweet.
See, I can try healing Dahotep a little bit. That's people are out
if
of.
it was
death.
an hour.
Well, I think we'd have to wait another hour because
Yeah.
we tried on him and failed.
Oh,
so
okay.
I feel like we should just walk around. Like
Bad guess.
I think we're just walking places. So
Yeah.
if anything, we'll tell him to sort of just kind of stay back.
Yeah,
Okay.
we still need to check out Thunder's wagon.
Yes.
I also, one quick thing, I realized that I may have forgotten to give you guys some XP for the circus. I was looking back through my XPs.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where you should be at right now.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
Oh my god, we only need 38 more XP, you guys.
Eli is so excited.
I'm so excited.
Let's go find this boar.
Yeah, let's go kill a boar. Come on, right now. Let's do it.
Well, you also do still have the key to the wagon,
That's true.
Thunder.
Yeah, let's go do
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So talk to me about how you guys want to handle that. Thunder's wagon is actually the one. I'm gonna put Ursa next to it. It's this. You know, I can draw on the map. Let me just draw.
Okay. Beans is definitely sneaking. He's gonna try and sneak off and avoid everyone's notice, trying to sneak away from the group.
That,
Wait, what are we doing? Where are we going to that
This is-
wagon? Oh, that's the wagon. Okay.
and she had the key to it, and it's Thunder's wagon. You all realize you've never actually been in there.
Okay.
Who has the key?
Garbanzo.
Go.
Beans stole it in the middle of that of when Vivica was healing.
Got it.
But earlier when we were talking to the mayor, I did say that I was the one that showed, or the professor, I was the one that showed him the key. So I said earlier that I had it and no one had taken it, so I just retroactively said it.
Sure.
I would say if we're walking up there, Beans, and you're trying to sneak away, like Vivica's like, Beans, stop the shit. We need to get into this wagon. I don't want you fucking around and going somewhere. Methods or some bullshit. No. Go to the wagon, unlock it.
Okay, then
Be
Beans,
careful. Check
after
for
getting
traps.
scolded, will immediately open the wagon. Apologies, friend. And he'll
So
unlock
Beans,
it.
after Vivica says check for traps, Beans opens the wagon.
Mm-hmm. You wouldn't
Right.
think to check for
So-
traps.
Vivica definitely said that exactly the way I said it, so it was like a very like secondary, like, oh yeah, and check for traps.
What do you roll to check for traps? Arcana?
Well, you didn't. You said you just
Oh yeah,
opened it.
yeah, sure. Yeah, opened it.
Dear God. So you open the wagon. Oh God.
And just explodes.
This is what Vivica gets for not saying words in order.
It's the wild boar, isn't it?
And it's just standing there. It has the entire missing Halfton family in its mouth. Well, you open the door and like Beans, and it opens up, and it's this dusty wagon. Like, it's super dusty.
Okay.
Wait, that's not dust. Those are spores? Why are there 6 giant plants inside of here?
Wait, is this a joke or not?
No.
Oh no!
Oh, initiative.
Oh no!
I assume I'm not stealthy.
Fuck.
Fantastic.
Vivica was still scouting, so everyone does get +1.
Okay.
And if you were stealthing, roll stealth. If you weren't stealthing, roll perception.
I was earlier stealthing, but would you count opening the door as still stealthing?
If you were you're right, because you didn't say like you were trying to sneak it open. You said like, I just walk up there and open the door.
Okay.
So yeah, you were no
Okay,
longer.
Oh, whoops. I rolled.
Only my perception rolls are
I
amazing.
don't know why I rolled that in the dice tower.
I did too.
That's okay. I think let me double check. I think it's still counted.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still counted. So the results are still publicly visible,
Awesome.
Oh wow, we got some really high in it.
but not as high as this trap.
29.
Right.
Good lord.
So this trap. This trap is going to take its first action. Yeah. Well, actually, technically, it gets a reaction when the door is opened.
Oh no.
Ugh, this is bad. Level 1
And
wizard's
as it
gonna
does
die.
so, a reaction to the door opening, this like pollen pod shoots through the door, it knocks the door off its hinges. The door cannot be closed anymore, and it slams into a. Oh yeah, that was stealth. So this will be against a flat-footed. This will be against a flat-footed Garbanzo.
Oh no.
Please fail. Please crit fail.
I'm so excited for this, guys.
This is gonna be so bad.
Sort of share a fun little moment for all of you. This hit my. I'm running another group simultaneously through this adventure. This almost TPK'd the entire group.
Oh my god.
Thank you
Oh,
for
no.
that information.
You'll find out why in just this second. So it hits, no problem. And it's going to deal poison damage to Garbanzo.
Okay.
And
It's
now,
a backup character.
well, unfortunately, it's not as straightforward as you want it to be. All right, Garbanzo, I want you to make a will saving throw.
Oh my. Okay.
You know what?
Oh.
We need some crazy ass music.
That's real bad. Crit fail.
Oh yeah, it is. And you've already used your
I
hero
have. I
point.
used it already. Oh shit, this is very bad.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, this is super bad.
This is the best thing ever.
Can I donate my hero point?
No. No, you can't.
All right. I tried, for the record.
I gotta find the perfect. Yeah.
Do you have to?
Yeah, I really do.
Oh god.
Oh no.
The picture on the Sirenscape player changed.
Yeah. That's scary.
It's terrifying.
Oh.
So as it hits Garbanzo with this critical failure, a couple of things are gonna happen.
Oh no.
Yeah.
One, you're no longer flat-footed. Oh, you are confused.
Ooh. I don't recall what that does.
It's awesome.
Lee bad.
Confused. You don't have your wits about you, and you attack wildly. You are flat-footed. You don't treat anyone as your ally, although they may still treat you as theirs. You cannot delay, ready, or use reactions. On your turn, you must use all of your actions to strike or cast offensive cantrips, although the GM can choose to have you use other actions to facilitate attacks, such as drawing a weapon or moving so the target is in reach and so forth. Your targets are determined randomly by the GM. If you have no other viable targets, you target yourself, automatically hitting but not scoring a critical hit. If it's impossible for you to attack or cast spells, you babble incoherently. Each time you take damage from an attack or spell, you can attempt a DC 11 flat check to recover from your confusion and in the condition.
That's good. Alright, so as soon as Garbanzo opens this thing...
We're not done.
No, I'm not saying what he was doing. I was just describing what he saw.
No. You also receive a -2 penalty on perception checks and saves against mental effects for 4 hours.
Oof.
Oh, sorry, it's a critical failure, so it's a -4 on perception and -4 on mental checks.
Yikes.
Oh.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and add that on there.
Oh.
All right, so now you can go ahead and describe what happens. This hits
Okay.
you.
So he opens this door and gets hit in the face with all of these spores and just immediately looks like he's hallucinating. His eyes start rolling around. He's kind of shaking and just looking extremely confused left and right, really paranoid and very twitchy.
So for some context, part of the reason this TPK'd is this hit a bunch of group and the rogue whipped around and hit the player next to him, which turned into a critical sneak attack.
Oh,
Oh no.
at least I'm weak.
Spells. It is cantrips though, so I can't make you burn all your big spells.
I've already used them.
So that's its reaction. Now it gets its turn, and it has a non-standard number of actions on its turn. So let's see.
Good God, that was just its reaction.
Yeah. So first, it's going to pollen spray. Yep, that's what I thought. We'll do a pollen spray against Ursa.
Great.
Critical hit.
Wait, it can
Great.
hit her?
It has a range of 20 feet.
But it can see
Yeah,
it?
but she's like sideways to where the door is.
I'll give Ursa cover. No, you're right. That's fair. We'll roll that over to. No, that's technically in. Let me just move Garbanzo there for just shits and giggles. If a Garbanzo was there, Garbanzo could see Ursa.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
So it hits, does 3 points of damage, and then Ursa's gonna rock a will save.
Oh,
Will?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You gonna roll that for me? Ursa's got a +4.
Sure.
I figure I'll let you roll. I could roll, but that just doesn't seem fair.
Hey now.
Hey, Ursa
Yeah.
is fine.
saw it coming.
Ursa sneezes real quick.
Good bear.
All right, we're going to follow up with now an attack on Avenro. Misses.
Yeah.
Egra hits. Egra, let's do a will save, please. 6
In the
points of
dice
poison
tower?
damage. Nope, totally public. Ooh, you are also confused. Let's go ahead and
Oh,
just
no.
drop confused on you.
Uh-oh, Dahotep's right next to me.
This thing's going first. Oh, this is everything I want. You're confused, you're confused. And then you're going to take a -2 on perception and mental saves for 2 hours.
Okay.
I'm just going to drag this over, though, and modify it. All right, now I have a shot coming in at Dahotep. Oh, that's a hit, but not a crit.
Oh my gosh.
How's your will save, buddy? Not good enough.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Jesus.
So that was Egra attacking?
No, it hit Edgar and now Dahotep.
Oh, god damn it.
It has a non-standard number of actions.
How?
And then, because it's a hazard, man. Hazards can do shit.
Fuck hazards.
All right, it will then shoot a shot at Vivica.
It's too many.
Oh, crit on Vivica.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Vivica the Venomous, who is not resistant to poison.
Yikes.
Yeah.
12 points of damage, and give me a
Oh,
will
good.
save.
Oh.
There you go.
You're fine. It's fine. And it has one final action. As it pollen sprays and eat him. Critical hit.
Good fucking god.
Of course.
How is this a level 1 trap?
Oh, this is not a level 1 trap.
Why is it here at level 1?
Because there's nothing else at the same time. You can have something higher than the party's level, a party's average level, if it's all on its own.
That's against
all right,
the rules.
eat him. There's your 13 points of damage. Now you just need a will save.
Do we get the XP for defeating each other in battle?
I'll
no.
think on it. Ooh, that means Edam's confused too.
Oh no.
Confused as well. The confused does not have a number associated with it. Edam is confused, and he's going to take this penalty here to mental saves
This
and
is very
perception.
bad, y'all.
So he's physically
This is
slowed and
quite
mentally
bad.
slowed.
But for 4 hours. All right. And we figure out Ursa. Yeah, Ursa was fine. All right, that's the trap's turn.
Okay.
Is that it?
You don't know. All right, Edgar, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm confused.
Yep.
Can I just use my acrobats and flip away from Dahotep so I don't start attacking him, or no?
No, you straight up have to attack him.
I have to attack him.
Yeah. Now, there's a couple things going for you. You didn't say you had a sword drawn, so you will have to spend an action drawing your sword.
Do I have to draw my sword?
No, you could just cold cock him.
Okay. I'm not going to pull my sword out.
I mean,
As
this
a
is one of those like
trigger.
role-playing moments. Like you are so confused, you're convinced there's an enemy next to you. However, Edgar would respond to that.
Okay, then I'm going to pull out my my long sword and my dagger.
No, so, yeah, that cuts both ways exactly. So you spend
Yeah.
2 of your 3 actions this turn pulling out a sword and a dagger, and then you'll get an attack against Dahotep.
Okay. So I guess I'll go ahead and flash with my dagger then. I guess I rolled on top of Dahotep.
Yep, just like you're attacking a creature. It's like a fucking battle royale. It's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I did it with my dagger, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, Dahotep. Yep.
When Dahotep goes
Yep.
down, dying 1.
Yep.
Oh no.
So, Chris, while you were away, your character may have died. Oh, would he die? No! This is awkward, but
Do I roll to like get myself unconfused, or is there?
no, because you haven't taken damage yet.
Oh, okay. Great. All right. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, Dahotep.
Avenro, you're fine.
He's not confused anymore, so.
Yeah, well, I guess we should check if Dahotep's confused or not. Let's see. Dahotep is fine, guys. Dahotep is no longer confused. He's very aware that he's dying. And I'm going to move Dahotep's
Something.
initiative. Per rules. All right. Avenro, you are conscious and
Oh,
not
man.
confused.
Well, he is confused. That's
Yeah. He's not mechanically confused.
all right. Oh, what can he do? Let's see. I am going to. So, can I tell just visually who looks confused? Or do I just know that Igra's confused?
I think at this point you just know Igra. I would allow you to make a perception check or a medicine check.
Or can I do?
to see-
Can I do a? Because I don't. I mean, mechanically, you wouldn't know that. dealing damage would give them a saving roll. Can I do some sort of nature roll to see if he would know something like that?
Medicine, I think. So this would be a recall
Medicine.
knowledge medicine. So drop it in the dice tower.
Okay, he's going to do that.
Yeah. So right away, I'm gonna roll this over. So you know that taking damage of any kind will potentially snap him out of it. And looking around, you see Vivica looks okay, and you see that Ursa is okay.
Okay.
No one else though.
All right. Well, I don't have
you
any.
you do see that Dahotep's probably a little clearer minded now.
Okay.
He's just on the ground.
Well,
Bleeding.
He's just
sorry, Agra. 5, 10, 15,
It's fine.
20.
I get it.
And I know that if I cold cock him, he might snap out of it.
Yes, and it's worth noting you are trained in your fists. You are not trained in them doing lethal damage, but that's fine. Still triggers. And just as a quick reminder, one of my favorite things about Pathfinder Second Edition, the way non-lethal damage works, non-lethal damage is damage. If it is non-lethal damage that deals a point of damage that would take you to dying, you just instead go to unconscious. It is just that simple now.
All right. Well, I guess it'd be the same attack bonus as my
Clan dagger.
Clan dagger. Yeah. So I'll just roll that.
It would
Do
also
I drop
be.
it? Do I drop it on him?
Yep.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, there we go.
So you want to swing. It shouldn't be -2 though. You dropped your final attack by accident. It should be your full one, which would have been a hit.
Oh. Okay. Well, I can reroll. Do you want me to just reroll?
No, because that 15's a hit. It would have been +6, which is 21. And I know that Egra has a good AC, but I don't think it's 21. So go ahead and drop damage over Egra.
All right.
So just use your clan dagger's damage.
It says piercing, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't have piercing fists.
It won't matter unless you kill. All right, now Egra, just roll a d20.
Roll a d20 myself.
Yep, just drop it in the open chat. 11 or higher, you snap out of it.
Ugh.
So you're still kind of confused. So if you want to, you can throw a second shot, Avenro, and it's non-lethal. So if you take Egra out, it will just knock him unconscious.
I guess I gotta try. I don't want to beat him, but is this a -3? Because
This is your. Well, keep in mind, your secondary attacks already have those built in, so you can just grab that second number in your clan dagger.
Oh yeah, I guess he's not hunted prey, so that's good.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm going to command Ursa to go to Beans and try and grapple him. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be a move up to here, and then Ursa's athletics bonus is +6. So go ahead and just roll d20 +6. You're looking to beat 15.
16. I have mage armor.
This is against your fortitude DC.
Oh, fortitude. Oh, gotcha.
So you are now grappled by Ursa.
Okay.
You did not take damage though.
Nope, didn't take any damage, so I don't get the roll.
All right. So here's how we're gonna do this, because it's getting close to 7, and I love cliffhangers. We're gonna finish this round of combat,
Okay.
and then we're gonna finish for tonight.
All right.
So the trap will not get to act again because it'll not be net round 2 yet. Vivica, you are conscious.
First thing she does is she's like, so she's confused because she saw, unless Avenro said anything, which I don't think he did, I saw him attack Egra, but I also saw him command Ursa. So I'm like, Avenro, what the fuck are you doing?
Not to mention, you did just see Egra kind of stab Dahotep.
I also saw that. It's very, I'm confused, not mechanically.
He tries to explain what this is, although I don't really know what it is. Some sort of confusion effect.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep everybody alive, and
I'd say
Vivica's
punch eat
gonna
him.
do,
Oh, you're gonna channel heal?
yeah, she's
Yeah,
just
do
gonna
it.
3-round
Yes.
channel heal.
Nice. Go ahead and roll that d8,
Oh, thank God. Everyone needs it.
and then I'll run down. I'll do it on the combat tracker for everyone's on health. All right,
Thank
I got
you.
it for everyone.
Oh, goodness.
So
That puts me right
Dahotep-
perfectly at full. Thank you.
Dahotep is fine now. Egra's looking better. Avenro, you're fine. You're doing better, and Bonzo is pretty good. Edom, you're feeling better about life. I'm confused. And Ursa's fine.
And Dahotep is no longer dying.
For now.
For now.
I like how the trap says healthy on the tracker.
Yeah.
Trap, healthy. Thanks,
That's
Trap.
one healthy looking trap.
All right, so that was Vivica's turn. All right, Beans, you're confused.
Okay.
So I'm going to say it's your standard to use a spell.
Yep, I got a question.
You look at your
no, I have a
prepared
question.
spells for the day.
Yeah, before you pick, because I know what I want to do, I think. But I have a specific question. You said that the spells we cast, or if we attack ourselves, we can attack ourselves, right?
No, only attack yourself if there's no other possible viable option.
I see. But if I use electric arc on someone else, can I bounce it back to me? Because it bounces.
No, your targets are randomly determined by the DM.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes things.
So let me roll who you're attacking. Okay. Go ahead and tell me the spell you want to use, though.
Let's go with Ray of Frost.
All right, you're going to use Ray of Frost on Egra.
Okay.
Better than Acid Splash.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping to be Acid Splash at all of them. That's a hit.
Okay. Yikes. Ow. Sorry.
7 points of damage.
So,
and you still have action left. So, do you
can I attempt to get out of the grapple? Because I don't have anything that's one action. I mean, I've got... Oh, no. I have Charming Words.
No, you're confused. I'm going to say that you would try to grapple Ursa back.
Okay, so that's athletics then?
Yes.
Okay, I'm super good at athletics.
You're wrestling.
Oh, wow, that was actually not bad.
You successfully grapple. So you and Ursa are now grappling each other.
Yes, that's hilarious.
Nice.
Oh, God. All right, Edom, it's your turn, and then we wrap up tonight's session. So let's see. You've got... I think that's not. It'd be 1, 2, 3. You have 4 possible options. So you'd be going after...
Did I need to roll a d20 to see if I'm unconfused after getting hit by...
Oh, yeah,
Bonzo?
by Ray of Frost.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, go ahead and roll d20. Good catch.
Come on, 11 or more.
All right, that was a good roll.
Do you have a thing? Do you have a hero point?
Nope.
Ugh.
You sure I can't donate mine?
Positive. All right. So, Edom, you are going to target the flat-footed Beans, because Beans is grappled.
Nice.
Oh, no.
So yeah, he's just gonna walk up to Beans and punch the shit out of him.
You most likely would draw your weapon, too.
Do I have, like, flat-footed on me or anything?
I'm going to put it on.
Yeah, I was just going to say I don't see it.
So, Edom, you would attack whatever way Edom would normally himself attack.
Okay.
You only have 2 actions, so you
the
move
question I
up.
have, and that's it.
So yeah, you would punch this turn, and then next turn draw something.
Okay. Cool. So let me go to...
So I put flat-footed on already, so you can go ahead and drop your fist on him.
It's got to be a better way to say that.
Oh
no!
Yes!
You punched the shit out of me.
I also want to share something else with you. I actually did some fun reading the other day to confirm something. I think it's last week. Remember, sneak attack damage is multiplied on criticals.
It is. Yeah, and you just sneak attack punched me. So technically, you have to do
go
sneak
ahead
attack
and roll.
damage.
Go ahead and roll your damage, your fist damage on him first, and then we'll do sneak attack. Oh god, yes.
Serious punch.
So hard.
It's the serious punch.
Where is... So, fist... Where's the damage dice?
1d just to the right, and under actions, I can see it. 1d4 bludgeoning, non-lethal.
Oh, and I dropped that. Got it.
Yep, you pick it up and then it creates a die. So you do 6 points of damage, and now roll 2d6 for the sneak attack damage on that crit.
Ow.
Oh, man.
Come on, Snake Eyes.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
Boxcars!
Oh, 2.
No, you're rolling 2d6 now, Jason.
Oh, 2d6.
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack. Boom!
Why didn't it roll both of them?
That's okay. You get to roll the other one.
Ugh.
8 points of damage.
Well, I'm still conscious. But I get my roll now, right?
God. Yeah. Now you do get a chance to snap out of
Oh,
it.
thank God.
Yeah.
There it is.
You snap out of it with this plant thing still staring you down, and that's where we're gonna pause.
Oh no.
Ursa doesn't get an attack?
cliffhanger.
Ursa doesn't get to go?
No, Ursa acts on
on
Ursa acts on
Avon's?
Avon's
Okay,
turn. We already
right.
did.
That's right.
That is a prime Cliffy.
Oof. Can you take off my confused so I don't forget?
Yeah, let's do that.
Thank you.
Oh, great. So the 2 acrobatic guys are the ones that are confused still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is gonna be fun. Well, the other question is, is the trap done,
We don't
or
know.
are we fucked?
We don't know.
I know.
Oh no.
But hey, after this,
are you replaying that moment in your head when you told Garbanzo to go unlock the fucking door?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope it
know.
haunts her for life.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
and you also replayed that part where you said check for traps, and he's like,
Right.
Eli just says, "So open the trap." I opened the door
Yeah.
because like I was just about to check everyone's exploration modes. Like, is anyone seeking / proceeding, which would be a check against the trap stealth DC to notice something before the door is opened.
Mhm.
But that's the one time Eli jumps in and I was like, "No, I just opened the door."
I can like perfectly imagine this whole situation.
Yeah.
Where,
I
like,
know, right?
we're walking across, like we're not. We just defeated a thing. We're not thinking. We're just walking across. Open the door.
The trap finding rogue is hurt in the back.
Yeah, yeah,
Slowed, slightly stoned.
yeah. You slightly stoned still, like.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, Ryan, who was running this adventure, texted me and was like, "How's it going?" And I said the wizard just opened Thunder's wagon without checking for traps. And he just said, "Ha ha 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 ha."
Oh God. Good times.
Good times.
All
Man.
right, folks. Well,
Then he got punched in the face.
you got fucking one punched.
And now he's hugging the bear.
Listen, that's a straight Tyson haymaker that you gave Garbanzo.
Mhm.
So given that a couple of you have actually done some ridiculous, a couple of you have done ridiculous attacks with your random unarms, I actually have a favor to ask. This is a weird gaming group tradition. This has no in-game effect, nor does it required in any way. But if it feels fun to you, I encourage you to do it. So one of my longest friends is this guy Ike, who Eli's plays in another one of my online Pathfinder games with. Ike and I, like, he's literally, as a military brat, he's the person I've known longest in my entire life outside of my family because we moved so much. We used to stay in touch once he moved by playing Neverwinter Nights together online, and I can't remember why it was, but at one point, like, the melee attack you use in Neverwinter Nights is like Fist, or for one of the games we used to play together, was Fist of the North Star. So now, whenever we play any game, he automatically creates himself a melee attack and renames it in his character to Fist of the North Star. And so, like, which means it shows up in chat. Like, Felix hits Fist of the North Star, 18 on the die.
Yeah, it's funny.
Well, this was all fine and good, and it was fun until this season. He also plays in my other group that is running this exact AP. And the fighter in that group ran over when the rat swarm was attacking someone. It's like, fuck, I just unarmed attacked and kicked the rat swarm. Like, because they had one of their party go unconscious in the rat swarm. And the rat swarm can just do damage every turn, right?
Right.
And so he runs up and he does two things. He does a shove maneuver to try to shove the person out of the rat swarm, and an unarmed attack at second attack penalty. He critically succeeds on the shove and then critically succeeds on the hit. So just, you have to imagine, like, visually, he runs up and just yanks someone out. He does enough damage on the unarmed critical hit that he knocks the rat swarm unconscious, which narratively is supposed to be like 200 or 300 rats. Like, I don't even hit a few times. So ever since then, Kieran has renamed his character's unarmed attack to Rat Catcher Stance.
Yes.
So given that you just ran up and just crit the hell out of someone with an unarmed one, it's sort of like, at this point, what I would like to carry on as a group tradition that anyone, aside from monks, because that's just too easy, anyone who is not a monk who just crits with an unarmed attack, do me a favor and think about what feels appropriate for your character at the moment, and rename your unarmed attack to something random.
The Garbanzo's Bane, or I like
The Bean Smasher.
The Bean Maker.
Yeah, Bean Maker.
I do like the Bean Maker. No, the mean. I have it. I've got it. The Mean Bean Machine.
Well, whatever you, Jason, come up with, just write it down and retitle your character sheet. But it's one of my favorite.
Gonna have beans, like baked beans or refried beans.
Oh God!
Something.
The Mean Bean Machine.
My Beans' favorite.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite weird group traditions though, because it means that you occasionally, and like it's always been this running thing that like then if anyone ever meets one of these other characters or like meets a student of it, like yes, I am trained in the rat catcher style. But yes, we've all heard of Felix's Fist of the North Star, which is even funnier because have any of you played Age of Ashes?
No.
No.
There's a magical item that shows up in book 1 of Age of Ashes, without giving it away, that is a magical spiked gauntlet. Like, it is a +1 gauntlet that on a crit causes fear.
It's awesome.
Oh,
and so
nice.
it's now what Ike's character Felix has. So now when he Fists of the North Star, there is a non-zero chance that it magically hits. And causes fear.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right. So, I think this is a Troyism. Any of you who survive this combat will level up. So start thinking about that. All right. Well, thank you all so much. I am out next weekend for sure. But we can talk about the weekend after that and stay in touch. Thank you all so much for making the time today. This was a blast.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep. Have a good session, everyone. I will try to remember to type up notes, including notes about the sideshow of Everyday Marvels.
Awesome.
Okay.
Because they're my favorite characters. They have a criminally small role that I have rewritten to be much larger.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
We'll see ya.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Stay
Bye.
stay
Have a good
warm,
one.
stay healthy, stay safe, and stay nerdy.